So now, as we go live, here's the things that I feel are very important, especially in this business. Make sure you're ready, make sure you're prepared. You're gonna have to hurry up and wait, as with everybody else, unless you're a big name, big star, and already making hundreds and hundreds of millions of dollars already. Other than that, you're just gonna be on the back burner. Until they find something that they really like about you or something that's different compared to all the other competition that's out there. I would say make sure that your resume is strong, make sure your headshots are strong, make sure they're updated. You don't want to catfish anybody. The other thing too is make sure that when you're talking to the casting companies and some of the casting directors, make sure that you know what you're really trying to do and that you don't pigeonhole yourself into something small. Especially for African Americans, they either want to put us as drug dealers or they want to put us as pimps or even slavery times. It seems like those are the only parts that they seem to keep throwing out when, they should be putting out people who are intelligent, smart, all those things, especially if they go to school after all that training and hard work and drama. I would just say that would be kind of like judgmental, stereotype kind of thing. And of course, I had to learn that myself, even dealing with when they told me that I was ethically ambiguous. I'm just like, okay, I know I can go anywhere and be any character, but I always thought that for myself anyway, instead of just only because of your race or your color or your creed. Like, come on, really? Like, we got to do better than this. We really do. And I think we're starting to see that change happen more frequently, just like it was in 1970 with the black exploitation films, where people got tired of seeing their own and they wanted to see Dolomite, they wanted to see Superfly, because all those things excited people. It was something different, something raw, something real. And I feel like we're going back to that same situation right now. I mean, I could be wrong, but it seems like black is in all of a sudden. And I think Black Panther kind of changed the game in a sense. It definitely changed the game. Because to have a whole black cast making $1 billion based on worldwide returns and profit, I mean, it's unheard of, right? In the history of film, it's unheard of. Yes, we know there's other films that top that, and there's a ton of other films that top that. But, well, they all had a black cast? No, they didn't. So that's one thing that I think is very important, that we all need to recognize, that for all ethnicities, all diversity, we all have stories to tell. I mean, look at international filming right now. That is taking over. From the Korean films to even Bollywood, right? They're taking over. So we need to really see what these stories are and not just try to be like, it's always an Anglo-Saxon problem and the Anglo-Saxon is the hero and then the other sides are all evil. That's got to change. It really does. And of course, I love diversity. I love different films. And yeah, I still watch, some of the best films that have some of the top actors that are usually white. I still love those. I mean, they're still pretty good. I mean, they know what they're doing, right? But either way, there needs to be a change. And I think the change is coming because you've seen all the material, you've seen all the stuff that's out there. Reruns after reruns, right? Remake after remake. Or let me do another Transformers 9. Or let me do a Fast and Furious 11, right? Like, what? What are we doing? No innovation, no creativity. We got all these smart people and they're just not creating anything. Like, that's what we're supposed to do, especially on this world. We create, we build. I don't know why we're not doing that. So that's my little gripe on that situation. Now, going back to the resume, headshot, and then also your profile. Now, if you already have an agent, then yeah, they're going to be setting up that profile for you. But if you're doing it yourself, and if you're good at websites and things like that, then yes, setting up your website profile, who you are, what projects you've been on, even have clips of all the materials that you worked on, from YouTube to anything, you could put that all on there. And I've done some of that. I put some clips that I've done student films, and then I've also updated even on my actor's website all the stuff, all the materials I've done that matches what you put on your resume. Because like I said, it's still, you have to come through on that. There's some people who, of the George Santos of the world, lie about everything. And it's like, what's the point? Because sooner or later, they're gonna find out. I mean, I remember the old story or the old saying, you fuck around, you're gonna find out. So that's why it's very important that what you say, what you put on there, you're about it, you know? Don't fucking sugarcoat it, don't try to do any of that. Because it's just not real, you know, and it's not the type of person you are. Yes, you're a professional liar, that's what you're getting paid to do, but when it comes for the job and the interview and everything, don't lie. I mean, I've heard some actors, you know, who lied about if they had kung fu experience or they had driving experience or they never played basketball, things of that nature. Yeah, you may get away with it, but most of the time it will come back on you because you weren't true about who you are, what you say, and then they're gonna be like, I don't want to work with that person. He's not real, you know, or he's fake, you know, or he says he's this and he's not that, or he said he was a professional acrobat. We tested that out. We don't see no acrobat work going on there. So that's why it's very important. Be real about who you are and stay true to who you are. And everything will work out in itself. Everything will work out fine. Last time I checked. Because what the hell do you need to lie about? You're going for a job, you're saying what you want to do, be that person. Just be it, you know? And the other thing is too, signing up with casting agents within your area. And of course, I'm only talking about the 3 major areas right now that I'm aware of. Of course, depending on where you are, I know Florida's got things too, but they don't really film heavily down in Florida like they used to. And I think it had to do with the tax credits as well. But there's other states as well, like there's Louisiana, there's Mississippi, you know, and of course you got Atlanta as well, which is also another big mecca too. But just trying to get into those, you know, it takes time because unless you already have an agent, you are going to be doing mostly background work because these people don't know you yet. You know, you have to get on set. You got to learn set etiquette. You got to learn how to talk to people, talk to the camera crew, talk to the PAs, which are the professional assistants or the producer assistants, right? The producer assistants. So those are the people that you really need to talk to, cozy up with. You know, you got to really have those communication skills because that's the whole point in acting too, where you're talking with somebody and you're having that conversation, you know, the dialogue's going well. It's almost like a dance in a sense, you know, you feel the rhythm, you feel the vibe, you feel the movement. That's what's going on with acting and it's beautiful, but you know, you just got to be ready for that. And then that's the other thing when you're trying to network with these people, you know, something that catches their eye that you do that, you know, you just want to follow through on. And luckily for me, that's happened a couple of times when I've been on set. I will say on Julia, that definitely happened. I met some of the crew that I worked with when I was working on Defending Jacob for Apple TV, and they were the same crew there, and, you know, we gave me a featured role, and, you know, it was amazing, you know, because I made that connection already, and then, you know, I stepped it up. So it happens, it works, but consistency is what matters, you know. Every time you go, don't complain either because, I mean, why are you there, right? So that's how I look at it. Of course, there's any other changes with that. Like I said, you always have to adapt. What I've learned in the military, which I love is a great skill, is called ad hoc. You change on a dime based on the situation that's around you. So those are other things to look at. And of course, I hope to try to go live on YouTube as well as Rumble. Once I get more writing materials as far as like each things that we're going to talk about, discuss, things that are going out there, you know, what concerns people, what's going on in the news as well. You know, I mean, some people read, some people don't. It's okay. Either they watch videos to get a better understanding. Everybody's different. You know, you have kinesthetic learning, you have auditory learning, and then you have visual learning. So if you're able to tap into all 3 of those, then, you know, you're a magician yourself, you know. Jack of all trades, master of none. But either way, this is big. We're in a crazy time right now, but this is also the best time that you need actors, that you need movies, you need people to just believe again. Have that belief, that faith, you know, in their heart, deep in their heart. I think that's very important. And again, my name is Jamal, and we're here at the Actors Podcast. What else do you want to do but this, right? So either way, we're going to talk about some more things. We're going to discuss great things. And I hope to get more views, get more followers, even though I'm not really begging for them. I just want to see where this takes it. I mean, just another avenue, right? You know, just another avenue. Thank you.